Okay, Glenn Stein, Realty Executives here, broker at Realty Executives. And please visit us by midflhomes.com is our Marion County slash Central Florida. We'll cover the villages, Gainesville, Orlando, Tampa, all that whole area down the west coast of Florida. But our main focus is Ocala and the villages, of course. And we're going to talk a little bit about Marion County at the moment. So we're going to take a deeper dive into the marketplace. So a couple of things have happened since last time we were here. And one, interest rates have gone up. So we've seen that. I'm hearing from buyers a little bit of sensitivity there. So interest rates have gone up for the threes to the lower to up lower to mid fours. So we're seeing that. Obviously, big crisis internationally with Ukraine and Russia. That's been a thing. And we're going to talk about the impact of those two things specifically on the Florida market. Right now, I talk to a lot of people around the country, but also specifically in Florida. And what they're telling me is that they're still seeing a lot of traffic, a lot of demand still, a lot of cash coming into the marketplace. Buyers still having an issue getting homes, especially if they're going FHA, VA. A little bit better in the Ocala area and Marion County, but still a little bit of a challenge for sure because we're still seeing cash offers and cash deals happen. So we're going to take a deeper dive. We're going to look into some of the numbers that we're seeing here. And one of the things I wanted to show you, we start looking at what's happening around, we start looking at like inventory and we start looking at days on market specifically. And we're looking at days on market. When we're looking at like January of 2017, the days on market were a lot different than what they are now. So days on market, 45 days. For many years, those are very typical, 40, 30. You're seeing that through the years, 2018, 35. And actually, median price, 169, 170, meaning as many homes as there were below, the same amount were over that amount. That's what median is. So you're looking at typical average. If you were to take these averages here for many years, you're talking about 30 to 35 to 40 days. Average sales price, in the 150s to 170s in 2018. So that gives you an idea of what we're looking at back then. And then, of course, if I scroll down and take a look at, we get to modern times, what seems like modern times, because it seems like 3 years ago was really like 5 years ago after what we've been through over the last couple of years. We're looking at, in 2021, middle of 2021, of course, that was probably the peak, one of the peaks in the marketplace, and then it started to come down, and then now it's gone up again. 222 as a median price, 7 days on the market, 6 days on market, 7 days on market, late 2021. Looks like we went up to 258 on the median price in November, then it went down to 255. Then beginning of this year, 265, 273 is a median price. That's really over a 2-year period. We're talking about a $100,000 increase in a 2-year period from 175 to 273,954, which is like 274. Literally $99,000 median price increase. Days on market went from 29 to 7. So that tells you what's happened over the last couple of years. 7 days on market, meaning it's taking 7 days on the average for a home to go under contract once it is active and listed on MLS. That's basically what that number indicates. So if you have questions, let me know, 352-572-3796. Also, I want to show you that we've got still the inventory number is very interesting because as I've talked about a couple of times on this channel, the number of properties on the market typically has been in the thousands. Like we would see 3,000 to 4,000, and back in the day, 7,000 plus back in 2008, 9, and 10, when it was definitely a buyer's market, but it didn't feel that way because things were kind of dreary. People were nervous about buying. Interest rates were higher. Average sales price was a lot lower, but people were a little bit fearful about buying. So that gives you a little bit of a comparison. But if we look at today's marketplace, we're looking at 830 homes on the market. That's really low. Actually, this is a low for the last, probably a low ever is where we are right now, and lowest amount of inventory. Late last year, we saw it, went down to like 900, and then it went up to 1100, and then last 60 days, pretty much this year after the new year, we've seen a lot of pressure on the inventory. So, going from 1100 to now we're seeing 830 properties. So very big difference in what we're seeing as far as inventory goes. It's a very much a big deal, right? So that's something that we're going to be keeping our eyes on for sure, because as we're seeing uh, the interest rates go up, it's a real indicator that as interest rates go up, typically, inventory usually climbs up. So that's usually what happens. Usually what happens is inventory does climb up, and so far we haven't seen that in Marion County. That's one of the things that is very interesting, and it is a little bit. You would think that we would see more properties come on the marketplace, and so far we haven't seen that. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be something that I think is going to be a big play. I think we're going to see more inventory come on the market, but not in droves. My gut feeling on it is that the market's going to be definitely, we're going to see more properties come on the market, but I don't think we're not seeing market crash or anything of that nature. So look, if you have questions, just connect with me, 352-572-3000.